So I have a story for you this morning, and it's called The Story of Bat, and I wrote it myself. You ready? All right, here we go. Once upon a time, a long, long time ago, in a faraway land, a terrible fight broke out between the mammals and the birds. Now, as you might know, mammals are all the animals that are furry and have teeth and carry their babies inside them until they're born. And birds are all the animals that can fly and have beaks or bills and lay eggs in nests, right? You see, the mammals didn't trust the birds, and the birds didn't trust the mammals. They were just so different from one another that they didn't understand each other. The mammals didn't know what it was like to see the world from way up above, and the birds didn't know what it was like to be covered in fur instead of fluffy feathers. So the birds and the mammals started to fight. But there was one animal who didn't understand the fighting. It was Bat. Now, Bat couldn't pick a side in the fight because Bat felt like she was a little of both. After all, bats are furry and have teeth, yet they also have wings and can fly. Bat was friends with both birds and mammals. She would go flying with her bird friends and snuggle with her furry mammal friends. When the fight broke out, Bat was really sad. She went to both the birds and the mammals and begged them to stop the violence. "Don't you see?" she said to the other animals. "You're not that different from each other. We all feel love and hunger and pain. Look at me," she said. "I can fly, yet I'm also furry. I'm proof that there's no real divide between mammal and bird." But the other animals wouldn't listen. They had been told all their lives that birds and mammals had nothing in common. They had been taught to fear one another. "Pick a side and stay there," Tiger said at the mammals' camp. "Stop pretending to be something you're not. What are you really?" Eagle screeched the next day at the birds' camp. "I am both and neither," Bat said. But that was inconceivable to the other animals. Even her bird and mammal friends laughed in Bat's face, made fun of her, pushed her aside, and kept fighting each other. At first, Bat was too sad to do anything more. But then she realized there were other animals like her, animals that were different from the others. Who do you think she went and found? She went and found Platypus. Platypus is amazing. Platypus has a bill like a bird and lays eggs like a bird, right? But platypus is also furry and has no wings like a mammal. Bat also found flying squirrel, who's furry yet flies through the air. Bat, platypus, and flying squirrel went and found ostrich and penguin and kiwi, who are birds that can't fly, so they weren't part of the fighting. Now, there were more animals, look at them all, who could help the mammals and the birds understand that not all birds are the same, right? And not all mammals are the same, and they should stop fighting and get to know each other better. It was hard, but the other animals finally listened and stopped fighting. They started realizing how amazing it was that there were so many differences among them, that birds can be as small as tiny hummingbird or as massive as albatross. And mammals can have tusks like elephant or the softest fur like bunny. And there were also some ways that some birds and mammals were more similar to each other than to their own kind. Owl and hedgehog realized they both like staying awake at night. And Loon and Otter realized they both loved the water. Eventually, everyone forgot that it had been Bat, who was the bravest one of all and had stopped the fighting. And that was just fine with Bat. What mattered most to her was that all the animals were at peace and that she had made a whole bunch of new friends like her who were different in the coolest ways. The end.